What's up, fam? Just finished a chest workout, and I had this, it was a good chest workout. I had this whole, I don't want to say issue or incident before. I put this in my Instagram story actually, but I had a very, I missed that fucking turn too, son of a bitch. But I had a very a very solid heart-to-heart with myself again. And I thought I'd share because I'm sure a lot of people have a similar situation, from time to time. And what I've realized in my personal experience with the brand, with posting videos all the time and doing content and always producing, like literally always producing, always be recording. And obviously, we've talked about this a couple times, and I keep referring to it because it was very powerful, was the fact that when I stopped recording myself in the gym, it opened up my mind, opened up my motivation again, because I was always distracting myself with trying to record footage when I should have been focusing on my own training. What I also have realized over time, and I just, I'm putting this out here now just because I felt it again today, was the fact that valleys and mountains, the plateaus, when you hit your peak, when you feel like you're burnt out, when you feel like you can't go up any higher, when you just feel like you hit that limit, that struggle, you only have valleys relative to your mountains, and you only have mountains relative to your valleys. So when you think about ups and downs, when you think about being motivated, when you think about being burnt out, when you think about having a successful day, having an unsuccessful day, what it really comes down to is your mindset. Because one day is not that different from another. One day is not that different from another. So today is Tuesday. Tuesday was not that different from Monday. Really not that different, like at its core. So when you think about, what I did yesterday, think about it analytically. What I think about what I did yesterday and what I did today, really not much is different. But today I felt very, struggle, not going anywhere. This is very difficult for me. This is going uphill. Nothing's moving fast enough. And I just felt kind of blah today. Like literally just kind of like blah. And it's because of nothing but my emotion. Nothing but my feelings, nothing but what's up here. It has nothing to do with the reality of the situation. It has nothing to do with what really occurred. It has to do with my feelings. And I've always talked about feelings being bullshit and motivation being bullshit and discipline and consistency. And you have to look at the hard data. So when it comes to my feelings, do my feelings really matter? Do my feelings really matter? Are my feelings important? And yes, they are. And no, they're not. It's important to recognize them. So you have to learn to recognize your feelings and recognize when your feelings are your feelings. It's hard to explain when your feelings are getting the best of you. This guy wants to say hi. What's up? You notice the mountains, the ups relative to the downs. What we have to do as individuals, and what I do as an individual, is I recognize the downs relative to the highs, the valleys and the plateaus relative to the mountains. So it's not all going to be fucking shits and giggles. It's not all going to be up in the stars. And it's how you interpret these things. Is a lull or plateau really a plateau, or is it just a step? When you take steps on a staircase, they're all flat. They're all flat, but one flat little piece leads to the next little piece. The stock market goes up and down, but over the long term, it goes up. So you're going to have those peaks, you're going to have those valleys, and you have to see it for what it is. And it's all in the mind. Today, I had a little bit of one of those moments myself where I felt blocked. I felt like I hit a wall. And now, I don't feel like that anymore. It's just another day. It's just another day to crush. It's just another day to not quit. And I always say that's when people quit. People quit when they feel that valley. Can you imagine if you quit every time it got difficult, every time it got hard? Nothing would work. Nothing would ever work. There would be no success. And you have to treat each, not failure, but every little lull as a little mini success. Getting through that is a mini success. It's just part of the process. And when I remember that the process is what it's all about, then things get a little bit easier. Things make a little more sense. And it helped me get into the gym. I did my workout, and of course, the endorphins, everything, and I feel better than I did before. So it's all about making it through, being consistent, pushing through when you don't feel like it, and understanding that the lows are relative to the highs, and the highs are relative to the lows, and just to keep on pushing. So that's my lesson today. That's what I felt today. That's what I feel, deep inside. And it's, it's big time. It's big time. It's really what keeps me going, because tomorrow could be up, tomorrow could be down. And it's not about being bipolar. It's not about being negative. It's just the way it works. It's the way you're going to feel. You're going to feel up. You're going to feel down. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel sad. But if you don't work every time you don't feel motivated to, if you don't work out, if you don't train, if you don't push forward every time you just feel a little bleh, then you're never going to move forward. You got to do more than everyone else. You got to do more than everyone else. You got to work when people don't want to work. You got to not quit when people want to quit. You got to keep on going when you don't feel like going. And when you don't feel like doing it, when you feel negative, just treat that thought and that feeling as if that's another person. And you want to ignore that fucking person, because that person's not going to get you results. You got to keep on pushing forward. And it's just what other people would not do. You want more than what everyone else has, then you can't work 40 hours a week. You got to work 100. You got to work 80. And if you're passionate about what you do like I am, and if you're passionate about your results and you're passionate about where you're going, it's easy to do that. Just got to keep your head down and just fucking go. And just fucking go. And just don't stop. Don't stop. Peaks and valleys, just keep on stepping. Keep on stepping.